Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing y'all the new addition to the collection, this International 666. So we got this from Kansas, and this is a 1974 model. It's been restored. It was restored in 2018. The head was gone through, the TA was rebuilt, motor, the bottom end wasn't touched, but it was repainted, obviously. All new tires. It's an original low hours tractor with only 3,800 hours. Since it was restored, it was barely used. They haven't even put anything on the PTO until we did. So, really nice old tractor. So now you'll see some videos of us picking it up in our trip over to Kansas. And then I'll let my Big G get a little bit more in depth about the story on this tractor and the specifications. And it's a gasser. It's a gas tractor. They came in both gas and diesel. And there was only about 4,000 of these gas 666s made. So, pretty rare tractor here. Coronado Heights.
You should do one where it's like the belly.
Over here in Lindsborg, Kansas, you got some views. little side mission after getting a tractor. About to head out back to Texas. We got it home.
Well, I tell you what, my grandson's done it again. He's trying to get me on film. Well, this is my brand new tractor. Give you a little bit of history about where I come from. I was born and raised on a farm in Kansas. And we farmed with my grandpa and my dad for years, and started out with H's and M's, and I had a MD diesel. We had an A56 Wheatland. We had a 560 Wheatland with the nice round deals you get in from the rear. We had, and my dad, the only tractor, all those tractors were purchased used. We never ever bought a new tractor. And my dad, he farmed. He did a lot of work for the township. We maintained 60 square miles of gravel roads and sand roads in the township. So we had a motor grader, we had a dozer, so I've been around a lot of equipment over my years. And he finally, also he worked part-time at the International Harvester dealership in town, which isn't it's closed up shortly, a few years after he had worked there. But when he was there, he bought a brand new tractor. It was a 460 Farmall row crop diesel, and that was our main work tractor for years. We farmed everything. It was our loader tractor. It was when we got later in the years, we kind of retired it to just the loader tractor. And so as I grew up and I decided to got me some ground to rent and to farm, I decided I needed to get me a tractor. So my first purchase was, and it was in the 80s, when the interest rate was 20%. And back in them days, you just went down to the bank and you got a 6-month loan, and you paid on it and try to get it paid in 6 months. Well, I purchased my first 1066 with a 6-bottom plow, used, with a cab and air, and I paid $20,000 for the package back then. And I had enough ground, and I was determined to get it paid off and not keep paying that 20% interest, that I paid that off within that first wheat crop season. And it was always a great tractor for baling. It had the cab on it. We had a round baler. It kept the dirt off. Really enjoyed that tractor. So I had always been talking to Tucker over the years, growing up from a little tyke up, telling him the stories about farming and stuff, and telling him about my tractor, and I think that's what kind of got him steered toward the International Harvester and the Farmals, because Big G had one, so that's kind of how it goes. You kind of pass down the lineage to your grandkids. And when I here, probably, I'd say it's probably been, what do you say, Tucker, 6-8 months ago?
Yeah,
It was in October.
close, yeah.
Last October. We'd went back to Kansas, and we have a festival. They have a Swedish festival in the town I'm from, and we went back there, me and my wife and my daughter, and we went to the parade, visited all the stuff, and I'd always come in one way to the small grocery store they had, and I'd never seen any tractors for sale. Well, the day that we were getting ready to leave, we come in a different way. And all of a sudden, out in front of this building next to the grocery store, a guy had a lineup of tractors for sale. And this one was sitting there, and I tell you what, I fell in love with it. I thought, man, that's the same year as mine, 1974, same series. And I had never seen, in all the years that I was farming, a 666. I seen 656s, but I'd never seen a 666. And I thought, man, I sure would like to have that tractor. And so I called my cousin, asked him who owned that property, and found out it was owned now by actually the person that owned the dealership that I bought my 1066 from. And so I called him up, and he come down, we looked at it, drove it around, and kind of got the story from him on it. The tractor they went through it. It's got the valve job. They went through the TA, redid all the TA. They put and fixed all the hydraulic leaks, went through all that, did all that, put new tires on it, brand new seat. They put a lot of time and money into getting it done. And you know how that is when you try to update and restore a tractor. You can get a lot of time and money into them. Well, I got this one for a really good deal, basically, and I pulled the trigger and bought it. And the story on this tractor is it was originally sold from the dealership that I had done business with when I was young, and some farmers in the area, they had it for a number of years, and then they traded it in, and another small farmer that the guy told me the guy was a hobby farmer. So it wasn't used a whole lot. And then it kind of just sat and kind of just went downhill, just sitting around. And a local person that worked for another dealership bought it and restored it. And when it come up for sale, the person that sold me my tractor, that owned that dealership, was he decided, hey, I want to buy that, because I sold this tractor brand new. And this tractor at the time probably hadn't been 20 miles away from the dealership that it was purchased at. And now we picked it up and hauled it away from home. But now we've got it home here, and if you consider what it is, I think it's about a 75 horsepower tractor, 75 horsepower tractor. I don't know, 60 some horsepower PTO.
And it's a gas, right?
And it's a gas.
Yep.
It's a gas, it's not a diesel. And with Tucker collecting tractors and going to tractor shows, antique tractor shows, this is a small enough tractor you can still transport, and we can haul this tractor and we can haul 2 tractors on our trailer now by the weight. I think this one weighs, it doesn't have fluid in the tires, it doesn't have no weights on it, so it's closer to about 7,000 pounds. And so, you know, when consider what you'd have to pay for a new tractor that has 75 horsepower, 75 horsepower, this thing's the deal. And I tell you what, it's nice, it runs good, it's got plenty of power. We bought this bat wing, 12-foot back wing here, and we're using it to mow the bigger acreages around the farm, and it pulls it like there's nothing there. And it's got plenty of power. We got Bahia grass here, which is tough to cut, but it goes right through it. So yeah, Tucker wanted me to tell you about the tractor. I'm sure we're going to be working on his 300s here soon. We just got the new shop built, so we got a place to work on them out of the weather. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of this tractor. And Tucker will be taking it to tractor shows and showing it off. Well, if you got any other questions, you can put them in the comments, and I'm sure Tucker will answer them. I'm not much on social media, but he forced me into doing this.
It wasn't tough to get him to do it.
Well, I love this tractor. I mean, it's not my 1066. My son, he wants to get a 1066. But I like them, these tractors. And I think right now, you know, I like if I'm collecting the tractors, I like them without the cabs on it, because I think they just look really nice without that big cab being on there. And anyways, they did a really good job of restoring. I think they restored this in 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. And the guy sold it to me, he gave me all the receipts on everything they did to it, and everything that was done outside that they purchased, all the labor to do the TA and all that. So it's I'm kind of proud to show it off. It's a nice tractor, and I'm pretty pleased with it.
Yes, it is. Thanks for watching, y'all, and make sure y'all like and subscribe.